You can come into this room where goodness glows. Fill your cup till it overflows. You will find just what you need to make it through. Love, joy, hope, and healing. Morning tea with goodness. Hey. Morning tea with goodness. Morning tea with goodness. Morning tea with goodness.
Hello family, this is Alondra with Old Destiny Productions and welcome to Morning Tea with Goodness, the place and the space where we sip on real conversations that brings you hope, healing, and wholeness. Goodness for your mind, body, and spirit in every part of you. So I hope you brought your cup because I definitely brought the tea with goodness, y'all. I am so excited about this conversation on today. I'm sure there are so many of you that have experienced burnt out. I know I have. And you don't know when to take rest. You continue to go until you are all tapped out. So today I am so excited to have a girl chat.
Yes.
A girl chat about burnt out and breakthrough with an incredible, dynamic, phenomenal sister of mine, Chashawna Wesby-Hankerson. Welcome to the room.
Thank you for having me.
I am so excited just to have this conversation. You and I, we had some dialogue some months ago, and I really want to dive into this conversation of being burnt out, when you just tapped out, and you have nothing else to pour. So, but before we dive into this girl chat, y'all, and the men, y'all could join in too. But before we dive into this conversation, I just want to give you some snapshots of who this beautiful woman that's sitting beside me is. She is not only a mother, a wife, she's also a mental health therapist, counselor, creative writer, an author. And y'all, she has also opened up for so many artists such as Mary, Chrisette Michelle, Marsha Ambrosia, Anthony Davis, and many more. So y'all, she's dynamic in her own right. And she's also a woman of faith. So I'm ready.
Yes.
Anything else you want to tell the people? I mean, your background before we dive in, Chashawna, if you don't mind.
That's good right there. That's good.
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. What led you to this place of not returning back to the school system? Y'all, she was a school counselor. And so what led you to the place of this year, I need to step back. I need to step away.
So my journey has been full of beauty, love. I absolutely love working with kids.
Yeah.
However, when you're working with kids, there's so many expectations coming upon you, whether it's district expectation, administrative expectation, parental expectations. You know, the kids are fine. You know, I could deal with the kids all day. But when you're trying your best to get paperwork done, but also making sure that the kids' mental health is intact, it's a lot. Because it takes a lot to actually counsel someone. Yeah. It takes a lot because you're pouring into them all of your empathy, all of your love, all of your experience, and you're pouring it out. You're constantly pouring it out. So imagine you're working with a kid and you're pouring yourself thoroughly to make sure that this kid understands that you care, that you love them, that you want them to succeed. And imagine right then and there, you pour your heart out. Not 2 minutes later, they're walking out, I need you to do this. I need you to come and do this paperwork. I need you to do this. And it's like, no downtime to replenish, no downtime to refresh. And it's constantly pulling and tugging. My heart is to counsel.
Okay. How long were you counseling?
So I got my master's in professional counseling in 2015. And I took a little break, but I kind of did like, mental health in the community for a little while.
Okay.
But I got into the school in 2019.
2019.
And it's a systemic way of doing things. They want you to do what they want, when they want, and the deadlines, what time they want it. So, which is okay.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, my first year was beautiful. I got to create all types of things. Affirmation walls for the kids, game rooms, meditation rooms. I got a lot of things donated for the kids. It was beautiful. The first year was very creative.
Right before the pandemic.
And then 2020, the pandemic came, and then I had to kind of shift and make sure, I'm doing things with the kids online as well as some of the kids that came back to school. And everybody was on high alert because you had parents coming in that knew they had COVID and wasn't covering up, wasn't letting us know, and coming there and just coughing, knowing the kids had COVID and bringing the kids in there. Thankfully, I never got it.
Okay.
I was careless, but I just trusted and believed God that He was going to keep me. But there were plenty of people around me that had COVID. So while everybody was praising school personnel for the beginning of COVID, when it got too long, everybody was like, oh, y'all got to open these schools back. So everybody was arguing, oh, they're getting paid just to be home. But to be honest, it was more strenuous at home doing it for the teachers. Okay. Not for the counselor, but more for the teachers. Okay. And so when we opened the doors, there were so many careless things happening where people weren't protecting themselves and stuff like that coming into the school building. So we put ourselves at risk to actually open the school building back up. So that was a lot within itself. But going into the second year, there were a lot of demands that I didn't quite agree with. So I said, okay, let's try a different route. Let's see, can I go to high school? And when I went to high school, I was like, ooh, I should have stayed where I was. Because I were
elementary.
I was middle school.
You was middle school first, okay.
And then I went to high school. And high school has, when I say it has nothing to do with mental health at all, nothing. It's strictly vocational, strictly get them to work, get them a job, get them on course, get them classes. And that was strenuous. When we come in the doors over the summer, all it is scheduling each individual kid. We had 3 counselors, but I only had the seniors my second year. The first year I wasn't a senior counselor. The senior counselor left, but the second year I became a senior counselor. So the weight of them graduating, the weight of them finding their way in life, that fell on me. Even the technical stuff, like making sure they had their transcripts, making sure they know about colleges, making sure they had their graduation stuff. It was like I had like 200 students by myself managing them.
200?
Almost 200.
To one counselor.
To one counselor. It's supposed to be 250 to 1. Okay. But when you're handling seniors, that's like 400 to 1. Because you're making sure they got everything aligned. These are athletes. These are dual enrollment students. And I was doing the dual enrollment as well, getting them into college, getting them into, advising them. I advised each and every one, set up meeting, advising.
Okay.
It's a lot. So when I left from managing all those students, they split my job into 3 people. 3 people held my job.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. So I said, okay, handling that versus handling the mental health, because I was the most experienced mental health person in there. So I'm dealing with suicide. I'm dealing with anxiety. I'm dealing with depression.
Talk about those a little bit more.
I had a student that kind of like spazzed out on one of the teachers and was like, he was going to blow up the school and stuff like that. And he was in my office. But when he left, they got him, they arrested him. They found out he had like razor blades and bullets in his bag. Yeah. But this is a student that was in my office. So the kids, they go through a lot, Mm-hmm. And then at that time, I was like, hey, we need metal detectors. Hey, we need to do this. Mm-hmm. But I got backlash from some of the administrators. And they were like, no, because that creates an environment of violence. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're coming here on a hope and a prayer basing our existence off of whether or not the kid's mental health is intact. And when you don't have a lot of people pouring into their mental health, then they're coming in dealing with peer pressure, bullying, their own things at home, and they could spaz out at any moment.
Yeah.
And being that I handled some of the mental health cases, I knew most of them were ticking time bombs.
So, Shawna, do you think that mental health is dismissed in the school system? There's not enough school counselors or mental health being discussed with the students?
It's not enough. It's not enough people handling mental health in the schools. So that after that first year, they brought in mental health counselors.
Okay.
But there was so much red tape. You got to do this first before the mental health counselor come in. And I was fighting it because I was like, I have to have 3 referrals. I have to see the student 3 times. But what if they're suicidal? What if they're a ticking time bomb? Mm-hmm. I don't need to give you 3 referrals. I need you to come on in and help them. But because I did mental health, I didn't refer a lot of my students out because I did it. So I would handle the situation before the mental health counselor would. Mm-hmm. But my co-workers may refer them out. So then the next year, the mental health counselor that was working with me said, you know what? If they're in the red, just let me know. Because I get exactly what you're saying. So the next year, they pulled off all the red tape. And they were like, hey, just let us know and we'll come get them because their caseload was so low that year because we had to do those 3 referrals before they came and saw them. So the next year they pulled off the red tape and the district was about to disband their program, the mental health, because they didn't see the data. But they didn't see the data because they had all the red tape.
So what do you think, based on what you've seen, you know, and experienced, what do you think the Board of Education can do more of regarding mental health in the schools?
So they brought in telehealth therapy for, but it was like last year, the last school year, they just brought it in. It was piloted at my school. I didn't really utilize it because, like I told you, I do mental health. So it was kind of... But I did get 1 student that would do it. So that really didn't show the numbers as well. But you're trying to do teletherapy with elementary students, that's not, that's not good. But anyway, they're trying. I see them trying to do it. But behind closed doors sometimes it looks like it's not needed. But if they don't have it, because I saw an article just from the beginning of the school year, they had 4 guns to come in the school. Yeah, that's why I told myself, even dealing with the parents on the high school level, I had parents reporting me saying, hey, she's not helping. Hey, she's not doing... Yeah, it was a lot, but I was doing all I can being one person. So I would get a lot of district reports. It was one example, I was handling a child molestation case. The police was up there. We kind of had to fool the parent, come in there to arrest them. It was crazy. So I'm dealing with that case, but then I have someone from district calling me saying, hey, I need you to put dual enrollment classes in. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute, we're handling something. Well, it's not going to take you that long to do that. I was like, whoa, we're handling, a high profile case. Yeah. So that's the kind of stuff I was dealing with. Because you're thinking, I'm trying to protect this kid while the police are coming in to arrest this man. And then I get a call from a parent that said I didn't put their dual enrollment classes in. And I'm like, it's not too late. Give me a minute, let me put it in. He was like, no, I need you to do this now. And that came from district. So it's like, you kind of have to pick and choose your battles. What you're going to fight today, what you may fight later, what you're going to get reprimanded on today, what you're going to succeed in later. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like I had to pick and choose. Should I just get reprimanded?
Which battle?
Which battle? Fight? Which one I was going to fight so I could give my all to every student.
So giving your all, it came a point where you didn't have nothing else to give. What was that moment of, Shawna, I'm tired, I don't know what this is. I'm just feeling exceptionally tired. What was that moment for you? Define that moment.
To define that moment, when I was working my last year at Cross Creek, and I would come in and work from sun up to sundown, and then I took the work home.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I would get calls at home, and we are on vacation. I'm working out in the gym. Hey, I need you to send this transcript right now. The kid needs to be able to get in their dorm room right now. And if they don't have it right now, this is while I'm on vacation. This is while I'm relaxing.
So this is not school. This is outside.
It always lasted outside. See, a lot of people don't know, like, we work at home. We work at home. So I would have to stop whatever I was doing to make sure this kid had what they needed for college. So that was like the chipping when it was invading my personal space. But the last straw was, I think it was graduation, and I had everything that I needed for the graduation. It's already stressful enough for ceremony. And then we get on the stage, and all of the diploma covers weren't there. And I was like, well, now what happened? I was so distraught because, you got to think, it's meticulous. Giving the kids their cords. I'm making sure every name is named. I'm making sure I know all their scholarships. And then when I get the covers, all of a sudden something go missing. And I was like, okay, somebody's trying to sabotage, And I was like, when it gets to that point where there's a lot of sabotage and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, this is turning who I am. Like, it was taken away from my character.
Was it hard for you to step back?
Yeah, it was hard. It was very hard. When I started seeing a turn in my character, like priding myself for making somebody else feel bad, I was like, that's not who I am. When I started paying attention to me, I was like, that's not who I am. Y'all are changing my character. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was like the straw with the actions when all the diploma covers were there. But the mental of how I changed, that's what made me start going on a journey to leave. I said, I'm changing. Mean and, stern and nasty sometimes. You get what I'm saying? And that's not even my personality, but I saw myself changing. So I was like, okay, let me step back and let me just go to elementary for a while. So I left it alone and went to elementary.
So from middle, high, now elementary.
I went to elementary.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the elementary journey, it became more of battling with being micromanaged. I was like, I paid a lot of money for this degree. I've been through a lot of stuff. I kind of don't need to be micromanaged. It was how administration talked to you. It was how the women were throwing each other under the bus. I wasn't used to that. I came from, even though it was stressful in my position at Cross Creek, we always had a team and a family. But when I went to another facility, it was more so throwing people under the bus, doing, speaking bad about people behind closed doors, which I didn't do that. But it was it was just catastrophe. It was horrible. So I was like, okay, I keep juggling with trying to find a place to fit, or I keep thinking, okay, it's going to be good here and it's going to be, and I couldn't keep trying to determine which one was good or bad. You get what I'm saying? If I go over here, maybe I can work over here, but if you sit down and talk to a lot of people, everybody was complaining. Everybody had something. I know it wasn't going to be an easy road anywhere I chose, but I knew that I needed a break after that, because I was like, I'm juggling my future. I'm rolling the die on my mental health. If I go over here, I may have administration problems. If I go over here, I may have parental problems. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it became a point of, okay, you just need to take a break to find exactly the fit where God wants you to be before you jump back into anything. You get what I'm saying? That's when the revelation occurred. Like, you can't keep doing this. You can't keep trying to determine what's going to be better. What you get,
Yeah.
And I talked to a friend and she was like, well, you're going to have problems everywhere.
No matter where you are.
That's true. But when it started messing with your mental health, you know, God promised not to put too much on you that you're not able to bear.
That's right.
I couldn't bear it. You get what I'm saying?
It was time to step away.
It was time to step away.
Reset. To retreat.
Reset.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, you mentioned, Alondra, I've always had courageous faith. Always stepped out, did what I had to do. But while moving in faith, you were not listening to God or operating in his wisdom. So now you said your movement is now different. You're not only moving in faith, but you're moving in wisdom. Expound that.
So when I was younger, when I did all the music and stuff like that.
And she's dynamic, y'all, at what she does. I'm going to get her to do something before we leave.
When I was younger, I could just hear an inkling of God's voice and I was moving. God, if I felt like God was saying, move here, move there, I would give away my stuff. I gave away everything in the house one time.
I thought your mom was like, baby, what are you doing?
They were like, I heard somebody in my family said she dying. It's like I started giving away my furniture, bedroom set, have nothing. When I left and went to Florida. Now that was a journey when I went to Florida. Went through a lot. When I came back, I still had a little immaturity. Okay. So I would hear God, but I wasn't moving in wisdom. I wasn't moving. I had to be taught a lot, like how to handle my finances and things like that. So a lot of hard days because I didn't know. And God it was almost like a training ground. Like, I got you, but it's still stuff you need to learn. So I was moving, hearing the voice, but not strategically. You get what I'm saying? So now, fast forward in the future, when I left it's almost like it's a repeat of when I was younger, just giving it all away and starting over. But now, at my age, it's like, you got to be a little bit more wise before you just give it all away and start over. So this time, it's almost an intentional faith. Like, I gave it all up to start over. This time, God, I hear you. This time I'm moving with strategy. This time I'm moving with wisdom. This time I'm handling my finances different. This time I'm not just giving away everything and just becoming poor and start over, because a lot of times you don't know. You think you interpreting God's word one way, but when you get older, you realize, no, that's not what God had. Like, exactly, we always heard, the more poor you are, the more spiritual you are. So I gave away all my stuff and I was like low, like down. So I lived that life of, it was rough. Like, I had to make a decision whether or not I was going to quit my job when I was in Florida, quit my job, or stay at my job and not make enough to have low-income housing. So I had to quit my job so I could afford low-income housing. So a lot of people don't know that those are the battles that you face when you don't have it. I didn't want to leave my job. I love my job. I worked at Disney. Loved it. But I had to make a decision. Are you going to quit your job or stay on your job but can't afford your rent? Or are you going to quit it so you can't afford rent?
Because sometimes we can say we're stepping out, but sometimes if you're not moving in wisdom, sometimes that step out can be done immaturely.
Yeah, and it was. I didn't know, young
and we have to grow in things sometimes.
Reckless faith.
Reckless faith, I
trust you, God, but I don't really know what I'm doing, But now that I'm older, I'm like, okay, I trust you, God, but now I'll learn how to deal with my finances. I trust you, God, but now I'll learn how to step out on faith, but listen to you every step of the way. I trust you, God, but now I know how to get mentors and teachers to instruct me in the way of where I need to go. Because, when you think you hear God, you become prideful. Like, I hear God myself.
I don't need nobody else.
And then you wreck.
But
then we realize the older you get, you need people.
That's right.
We got to stop acting like we're a lone island. I need you, you need me. And we have to stop that prideful thinking that we don't need each other.
That's right.
So now that I'm older, I realize I need people. I can't do this journey alone. I don't know everything.
I need you.
Yeah.
I need you. So this new place, you know, this place of seeking God, faith, you stepped away from the school system. And now you say, now, I'm in this place of rest. I'm in this place of wellness. I was just about to ask, how does it feel, Shawna? Can you talk about it?
I walked in the board meeting one day, and they were like, "Oh my God, you're glowing." And then when I told them I had resigned from the school, they said, "Oh, no wonder." So it's like, I'm happy. You know, I do realize I do still need income. So, you know, going for part-time or something like that.
Faith walk.
But I'm happy.
You're happy.
I can just rest, you know, and write my scripts and go back to the artistic side of me. Because when I was in the school, I couldn't do it. I couldn't write because it's 8 hours of your day. And you think you're going to do 8 hours in a day and come home and write and be creative. No, it's a different mindset.
It is.
Because you go, you do your systemic work, then you come home and you got a family. You got to make sure they're fed. You got to make sure the kids are in their activities. You know, with me being a spouse, I got to make sure my husband's straight. I got to make sure the children are straight with their own battles. I can't be out counseling other people's kids when my kids have their own stuff. And I would come home and just be tired. And I was like, I have no space for them. You got to have space for your kids. You got to steward well over what God is giving you to steward over. So I was like, okay, I have no mental space for my own children.
And you are a mental health worker. You didn't have any space.
I didn't have
for yourself.
none. I was tired. You know, by the time I get home, I'm out because I got to make sure the other stuff is done. Them being fed.
Do you think it's an issue, or I won't say issue, why do you think so many leaders, or whether it be educators, leaders, women, or whatever, struggle to give themselves permission just to rest?
Because it's hard. When you become embedded in habitual activity, it's habit forming. You learn how to work underneath stress. You learn how to adapt to the burnout.
Yes.
And you learn how to move robotically. Is what I do. You learn how to come in every day and just do your job.
That's right.
And you learn eventually how to deaden your soul and live for a system. You just learn it. And once everything, every dream that died within you, so you can serve this and so you can be this, but leave yourself behind, it becomes your reality. You get what I'm saying? I can serve the system. I can do what they tell me to do. I can turn in papers. I can do the administration work. All of that stuff is like, you just become a robot. You learn how to do it. But then when you go home, you learn how to serve others. You serve others, everybody that's in your home, everything that everybody else wants as a woman. And then at the end of the day, you have no room left for you.
So what are you doing more of now?
I'm taking care of me. I'm walking, I'm riding.
And I've been seeing these videos, y'all. These videos,
yes. I was a bodybuilder at one point. I had lost.
A bodybuilder?
Yeah, I went from like 180 something to like 135. Like
when was this?
This was 2 years ago. Underneath Gracie.
Gracie, yeah.
It was a lot of us.
Gracie.
It was like 9 of us.
Bernard Gracie Fitness.
He was our trainer. It was like 9 of us. We went to competition together. So I did it
phenomenal too.
Yep, I did it 1 year. I finally, but I was working hard with him for like 2-3 years.
Okay, and you put that to the side, because you didn't have no time to.
I did it. I did it but I had just a gym life and a work life.
Okay.
I would get up at 4, work out, go to work, get off work, go back to working out.
And so now you're back on that journey of
recovering my health. Yeah, because I gained all of that weight plus more what I lost.
Because you was tapped out.
I was tapped out. But this time I said, let me do something I actually enjoy. Like, make sure I got the health benefits, but I'm not going so hard this time. So, yeah, I'm just doing it easy.
So this season of, we talked about the burnt out and breakthrough. What are you most excited about this season of breakthrough and breaking through?
I get to write. And I get to take care of my health. I get to meal prep. I get to talk to my kids. I get to go to vacationing with them and actually enjoying it. I get to see what's going on with them. I get to go to my son's basketball games. I get to talk to the kids and know what's going on with them so I can help navigate them. It feels better because I'm taking care of home.
Taking care of home.
I'm taking care of personal space. And now I can give my all back to the church as well because I was a youth pastor. Okay. Then I got elevated to assistant pastor. Okay. But now it's like, okay, now I need to get back to my spiritual, connect with the spiritual community because once I was doing that work, I even pulled away from church a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so now it's like, okay, my pastor wants to come back, but now it's like where I fit because I've been enjoying living.
Just enjoying living. Well, you living and you looking good.
And I'm happy. Thank you.
Before you go, I want you to, if you don't mind, can you just speak to that student really quickly who may be facing some challenges, whether it be in the school, bullying, or at home, whatever that is? Can you just share a word of encouragement or et cetera to that student?
To that student?
Yeah. Okay. And tell them what they need to do or et cetera.
So to that student, I would say there's someone who cares for you. Reach out, find that person in your community, whether it be a guidance counselor, whether it be a mental health therapist, whether it be someone in your family. Just reach out and find that person because your life is valuable, your life is important, and you mean something to the fabric of this world. You are a piece that brings a meaningful aspect to someone's life, maybe in the future, maybe right now. I know the dark hours are here right now, but as you continue to grow and learn, you'll find out they're only stepping stones to a place in the future where it's much brighter, where you can assist others in what you've been through and what you can see now more clearly than what you saw in the past. And the reason why I say this, because I was that person as well. And I know now what it took to get through those dark hours and to be the person I am today. Happy, smiling, and knowing that I'm valuable in other people's lives. So I want you to continue to pull through, press through, and find the strength. If you have to dig deep down in the well of your soul, find the strength to push through and move forward. And that's what I will say.
And to all of our schools counselors who are doing what they do, can you just share a word of encouragement to them too, Shawn?
I see you. You are seen. You are valuable. You are the heartbeat of the building. You are everything. Even if you feel invaluable, I know without a shadow of a doubt the aspect of what you bring into that building. You may have been looked over. But I know what you do for those kids. It may seem insignificant to others, but trust me, to those kids, you are everything. Continue to press forward. Continue to not worry about if you get any accolades for what you're doing. Just continue to love on those kids, give them the advice that they need. And eventually it will pay off because you know what you're doing behind closed doors. And what you do behind closed doors, God will reward you openly. Just continue to press on.
Thank you, Shawn.
You're welcome.
Got me over here teary-eyed.
You're welcome.
Now I'm about to do something that you probably did not expect, but you got to do it. What? I need you to flow just a little bit.
Oh my God, no. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I just need you just to, as we say, spit just a little bit. Just a little bit of hope. Just a little bit of hope and joy and happiness, y'all. She has performed for so many people, not just locally, but all throughout the United States. So I just want you to, it's already in you. I know, as you said, it's been a while.
It's been a long while.
I know it's in you.
I haven't.
So I want you to dig deep. And
why she do this to me?
And y'all, she also plays the guitar too.
Why she do this to me? No, I'm looking at my phone like, what I got in my phone? Let grab something.
Go ahead.
Let me grab my phone.
Grab your phone. That's where all the goodness is, y'all. So I just want her to, I just want you to spit a little bit of goodness so everybody can sip on.
Okay.
To encourage them. I'm so appreciative of your pour on today, and I don't take it for granted. I truly believe that it was needed for our school counselors, those who are doing a phenomenal job in the school system, to let you know that you are not alone, that you are seen, that you are not forgotten, that we appreciate you. And this season is all about thriving in your wellness, taking care of you. What does it look like to take care of you? So I hope that you guys have been blessed thus far. And so she's going to share. She's going to spit a little bit.
This piece is called Restore, Refresh, Reset.
Ooh.
Restore unto me the joy of my salvation. Renew a fresh fire within me. Make me over again. You awaken my soul with the beauty of your holiness, and you give me brand new life within. Though the way has not been easy, I relinquish my thoughts of failure and turn to you for healing. So I dance the dance of expectation. I dance the dance of refreshing. I dance a dance of renewal, for I worship you as my expression. And worshiping you is what I do. To give you honor, to give you praise, to give you thanks for keeping my heart and my mind through times of doubt and despair, through times of weakness, through times of insecurity, through times of hope. You are my hope. You are my Lord God and King, and you have never given up on me, for you have shown me a better way. For you will restore my health and heal my wounds of yesterday. Thank you for restoration. Thank you for a time of refreshing. Thank you for resetting my heart to begin again in you. For I live to worship you in beauty and in truth. So I dance with fervor, worshiping you and giving you all of me. You restore great joy within me when I connect. You refresh my life so much that I never walk with regret. Restore, refresh, reset. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you have me crying. Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, my God. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Reset, refresh, and
restore, refresh,
reset. Oh, my goodness.
Woo!
I don't apologize for my tears. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, I hope that this morning Tea with Goodness has encouraged you, because it has encouraged me to give yourself permission to reset. That it's okay to pause and to retreat and to take care of you. Why? Because you matter. And you can give anything if you are on empty. So it's my hope to all of you, all the women, all the men, whatever role that you play, and that you take care of you, and that you know when it's time to just pause. Because we need you, and we don't need pieces of you. We need all of you. So it's my hope, and y'all, it's my prayer. Oh, goodness. That this morning Tea with Goodness has encouraged you, and it has brought you hope. And if it has, I don't want you to keep this goodness to yourself. I don't want you to be stingy with it. I want you to share it with someone else, so they too can experience what we have experienced on today. Okay? And as I always say, no matter where you are, no matter what season you are in, goodness will come from it. Until next time, sip goodness, be empowered, live well.
To make it through, love, joy, hope.